Oh snap. Let me grab something here. That's what I brought this for. Aha. Mic check, 1 2. Mic check, 1 2. All right. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Let me just double check. Okay, mic check. Just doing a mic check, ladies and gentlemen. So, good morning. So, I want you guys to read this email about my stalkers. I have stalkers on this channel. So, I just want everyone to realize I'm working hard. I have a job, unlike some people don't have a job, claiming they are entrepreneurs. But I want people to know something, okay? I'm turning 48 next month. Just to give you guys context. These people that come to this channel, doing what they did last night, if you guys... Exactly. Doing what you did last night, you thought you were funny. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got a new iPhone. This is my iPhone 16 Pro Max. Brand new phone. And this person says, I don't need a phone. Just read what he wrote. He says, you don't need a phone. See, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to really focus on this, but I want to show you how much hatefulness that comes to this channel for no reason. You're going to tell me how to spend my own money. You're going to tell me what to do with my own money. You're going to sit here and tell me what to do, how to function, when you don't even have a job, a high school diploma, an education. I know exactly who you are. Like I said, your time has come. You think I'm lying about Dwayne Ghosty? Ladies and gentlemen, later on today, I'm going to post his arrest records from San Francisco, from the, what is that, Fremont Police Department or whatever it might be. It's part of the Bay Area. I'm going to release those documents later on today, just to prove concept that you're next. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bought a new iPhone yesterday. And people already leaving hateful emails. Like I said, what constitution that it states that you can harass people in this country and tell people what to do when you're not even near my age? This person that's emailing me, not even near my age. You can't look at how he spells. Come on, folks. So I just want people to know, I got this because this phone here is having a battery issue. I have said this multiple times, and I wish people will fucking listen. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm getting a new iPhone, because not only the iPhone 14, they've just bottlenecked the iPhone 14. I used to shoot 1080p, 60 and 4K video live streams. Now I can't do that. On top of that, 8 months ago, I went to a repair store to fix my battery issues, to swap out the battery. Now, when I bought this phone in 2024, ladies and gentlemen, it had a battery percentage of 86%. And mind you, I got it on Amazon. So, originally, I was going to buy the iPhone 16 Max on Amazon, but Amazon recently, in the last, I would say 72 hours, 96 hours, they locked me out my Amazon account because they said the suspicious activity has occurred on your account. What suspicious activity? That I don't want to use you, Amazon, anymore? Mind you, I quit using Amazon for a number of reasons. Every time I order from Amazon, it's always a mishap. Or delivery is delayed, or they lost the package in the middle of delivery. Because you have incompetent people working for you, Amazon. People smoking weed on the job and drinking on the job, which I have captured video of many people doing that on the job, especially in Manhattan, down 14th Street, Union Square, when Amazon does the drop-off pickups for their personnel when they have to do the drop-off and pickups. So we tried to do this on Amazon, but Amazon locked me out my account, and I can show you proof of that if you want to see that as well, which I will post on a YouTube post. I'm showing you everything that YouTube, mind you, everything in transparency. So with that said, everyone, yes, I got a new phone because I deserve a new phone, because my current phone has a battery issue, because the last, going back to what I was trying to say before, so follow me quickly. When I went 8 months ago to the repair store, the guy told me, I said, yo, don't give me a knockoff battery, man. Give me an Apple battery. I'm paying this much money for it. You better give me an Apple battery. Oh, got you, I promise. He promised me. Turns out when I took it to Apple store, not too long ago, ladies and gentlemen, it was a knockoff battery. It had the Apple logo and everything, the chip and everything. But the one thing he did not realize that the Apple logo, they peeled that sticker off slowly. It's a Chinese rip-off battery. So I left a nice little review and a screenshot of how that repairman sold me a knockoff Chinese battery. Because in reality, the Apple battery is supposed to last at least 18 months before you have to make any other changes. At least 2 years. But no, that battery didn't last no more than 8 months. That's why we needed a new phone. Because guess what? The battery for the iPhone 14 to replace is almost $200. Still, to this day in 2026. Some of you might be saying, what? Yeah, it's $149 plus New York City tax. So, you think about that. I bought this phone because we needed a new phone. We can't sit here and deal with this phone even though we could have swapped the battery. The only thing it needs is a battery swap. But that doesn't mean that Apple's going to say, oh, you got a new battery, so we're going to just give you back your features. Because, like what I just said earlier, I used to live stream this in 60 frames. Right now, I'm shooting 30 frames and 1080p. Think about that. Look at yesterday's video and then look at this video. There's a quality difference from 1080 60 to 1080p 30. So take it with a grain of salt. I bought this phone because I needed a brand new phone that is up to date, that my phone is not going to crash on me, bottleneck me. I'm not going to have issues with updates. And by the way, the lightning port on this phone is horrendous. It's super slow transferring data. That's another reason why we wanted to upgrade to Type-C port. This iPhone 16 Pro Max is a 1 terabyte. It has Type-C. That means no more lightning cables or adapters or dongles. Just plug and play. Everything that's USB compatible, plug and play. So if you're jealous that I have a new phone, go get a life, bro. Go get a goddamn job. Stop being such a fucking pain in the ass on the internet. Why are you stalking me and worrying about everything I do? That goes to show you have a psychological problem. No, you do have a psychological problem. Look at your emails, bro. You sound like a fucking baby crying over a pacifier. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be making a video about this iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'm going to show you all the features like I did with the iPhone 14. Yes, it's going to be a long one just like the iPhone 14. But this phone here shoots raw video. This iPhone here doesn't shoot raw video, but it shoots open gate. This can shoot both open gate and raw video. Therefore, as a videographer and as a filmmaker, this is my daily driver from now on. Now, I do have this phone active with the free service of Visible. So if you guys want to use the service, so I'm using Visible by Verizon. I've been using it for over 2 years now. What I did not know is that there is still a 15-day trial service, but if you sign up today and you enrolled in the enrollment top up or payment, you only spend $35 a month for this service. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sugarcoating this cell phone service. I'm not plugging them for visible. I'm plugging in it for me because I've been using it as a power user. If you don't know what a power user is, I'm someone that games a lot. That's someone that edits a lot, take photos a lot, do video a lot, use my phone constantly, all the time. That's a power user that always live streams and always uploads and always doing something to bring out the creativity in me. But, like I said, I'm only doing this because I want people to understand that, yeah, it's been almost 2.5 years since I got this iPhone 14 Pro. And it's time for an upgrade. And the Lightning port is dying. Mind you, no more dongles with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. But this is a 1 terabyte titanium. But you would never guess how much I got this for. Because right now, I looked on Amazon. And Amazon had this exact same phone, 1 terabyte, for $906. Plus, New York City tax and Apple Care. You got to spend $140 on Apple Care. Yeah. So, that would be the next thing I would get for this phone. It's Apple Care. I got to spend $140 on Apple Care. So, I just want people to know that the reason why I'm getting also Apple Care, just in case I break the screen. Now, turns out the owner of this phone originally wasn't paying attention to this display. So this display is a Retina display, but it still doesn't recognize. Well, it's an OLED display, but it doesn't recognize the display. But it has two-tone on this display, which means that it's pretty accurate to colors, because he did say that he replaced the screen. And he thinks he didn't replace the screen with a legitimate one, but I guess someone accidentally, or the repairman, wherever shop he went to, replaced the screen with a legitimate iPhone screen. Because look, if I do this, and I click on this, you see that? You wouldn't have these options. You see these 3 options? You wouldn't have these options if this was a third-party screen. Third-party screens don't have two-tone, night shift, or contrast. So keep that in mind. Let me turn this off. But you get it. There's a lot of things that this guy didn't know. But then again, I just realized this guy wasn't tech savvy either. He literally forgot that he wasn't too sure if he took his Apple account off the phone. Yeah, this guy was drunk when we met. Yeah, he told me, I'm sorry, blah, 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 la, 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 blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, so Yuki and Phil and everyone got a new iPhone. And I just want to give you guys some context that my new iPhone 16 Pro Max, I've just been updating all the software and hardware, testing out the gaming capabilities, and the gaming capabilities are super sick. Smooth frame rates. Just smooth. But there is a problem with the bezel. I think the screen sticks out a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it's raised. So I may want to double check the screen, make sure that, yeah, because it's a little raised. It just looks weird. It's not flat like it should be. So whoever did this repair on this phone, yeah. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it works good. I'm going to be testing it for a couple of days or weeks to come. Hopefully within the month I have a review for you guys about this phone, because I got to do a lot of work. But I'm up this morning to make this video because I will be using my Maven filters onto my iPhone 16 Pro Max now. But I need to get a cage for this phone. I'm using JJC parts for this phone, Maven filters. But I noticed that when I have all this stuff on here, like I said, in the summertime, putting all this stuff on the iPhone makes your phone hot. So be extremely careful in the summertime. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a great phone. Uh, some people don't like Apple. I don't like Apple either, but you know, my ecosystem is on the iOS platform. So yes, I do have Android. I had Android, a lot of Android devices back in the day. And yes, I still have an active Android account because I have active Android devices. But I rarely use them. I only use them for video because they do shoot 8K and 4K. But other than that, I want to use this phone. Now I can sell this iPhone 14 Pro with the new battery for like $400. At best, I probably get 350, 380 for this phone. Because there are some minor cosmetic damage to the iPhone 14 Pro, but it's still a good phone for people that are not power users. Okay? You gotta understand what a power user is. Someone that games and edits and constantly is always on the device. But like I said about Like I said about Visible by Verizon. They changed their prices from $45 to $35. So if you sign up now and you enroll, your first month is a discount. Now, if you use my promo code, if you want, I'm telling you, this service is pretty slick. It's a Verizon $90 premium Go package for $35. If you go to the website and you click my link, it will change the price to $35 if you sign up. So keep that in mind. But since I didn't sign up yesterday, I signed up 2 years ago, I don't get that deal. So, but if I do enroll and top up every month, and they just take the money from my bank account without me paying it, they will discount my bill. So, you may want to join the re-enrollment Invisible by Verizon. It's a good service. It's a super good service. Better than Mint Mobile. Better than that Sprint that T-Mobile. I'm sorry, but Mint Mobile is on T-Mobile's network, and it's not very good. I tried to live stream. My live streams were very choppy. They cut out. They weren't very efficient. And yeah, see, I get priority LTE with this service. With Mint Mobile, I didn't get priority LTE. I got 5G service or 5G service bullcrap. So I just want people to know that there are a lot of haters out there right now jealous because I got a new phone. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? You make it sound like I'm not supposed to keep up with community. So if I lose my phone, let's say this phone suddenly, let's just say this phone decided to fucking blow up because of the battery. Because that's what I feared was going to happen. You telling me I don't deserve the right to get a new phone? Who are you? Do I have to ask you permission? Damn, I didn't know I had parents. I thought my parents were dead. Jesus Christ, bro. You people are twisted minded, especially the haters. I just want people to read this email. How this person emailed me last night and continued on to email me, harassing me about my new phone. That's just stupid. And I want you guys to read the email so you can like, damn, this dude don't know how to spell. He doesn't know how to use symbols correctly. He don't know how to use parts. He doesn't know how to fucking write. Oh my God, I'll tell you, the education on some people are just, But yeah, everyone, I'm happy with the purchase, but there is a caveat. Like I said, the screen is doing weird stuff sometimes, and I want you guys to see how. You see how the bezel is sticking up? It's supposed to be flat. Yeah. Yes, that's a screen protector on there. I just purchased a screen protector. But it was supposed to be that high up, like. Yeah, that's a. You get what I'm saying, everyone? That's a. Not sure if the person that repaired this phone did it right. because it's supposed to be flush. It's supposed to be very flush. But I just want you guys to see where the repairman, you can see where it just looks a little raised. It's supposed to be like flush. But take it with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Keith Alexander Bailey, and this is my iPhone 16 Pro Max 1TB titanium brand new phone. So I just want people to know I will be using my audio system here, using the JJC adapters. I'm going to take this one off, put it on. Well, see, I got all this other stuff too from Telesin as well. So I'm using the Telesin chest mount. Let me show you guys. See, this is the Telesin chest mount. I'm using this. You see this? The safety clip. This clips onto your cage or to your phone case and snaps on with the MagSafe safely. Boom. So if you guys want to purchase any of this Telesin gear, I'll leave a link for that. So it is actually an affiliate link. So see, I got these adapters for the iPhone 16 Pro. This is why I bought these in advance, like 2 years ago. These is 240 watt adapter, actually 140 watt adapters. This one's 140 watt, and the other ones I have is 240. So it supports fast charger, super fast charger. See, I'm ready for this iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I got the Apple headphones that have Type-C on them as well. And I will be using my Maven filters. These are all magnetic. I do have adapters to mount them on my phone. For this, like this adapter. This is one of Maven's new adapters. So if I wanted to use my big lens filters on my iPhone, which is overkill, I can just slap this on with MagSafe. Let me show you how. Take this off, and then watch. Boom. That's it. And then now I can put any of these other filters on here, just like so. So let me put this one down. So if I take one of these filters and just, boom, there you go. These are tier 1 filters, everyone. This is one of my sponsors, Maven Filters. What I'm holding here is a very expensive line of filters, and they send me more filters. Wave 4 is coming out, ladies and gentlemen, so be aware that Maven Filters is releasing another set of new filters here this summer, late summer. So I also have these other adapters just in case. This one, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be using this. Got a magnetic rings. So easy to take off like that. Boom. That's how easy it is. Slide that in. Close the case. Boom. So now, when it comes down to audio, I got two options. I got the Cinco P2X system here for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Or I can use my Rode Wireless Go 2 system, which I like that system even better. So I have options. And I like this audio. So if I wanted to plug up something like audio, all I have to do is this. You see? Just plug it up. But let's say I need to hold this like this, and this is in the way. This is where this adapter, this is a 240 watt, 40 gigabit adapter. Fast speed, right? If I wanted to use this on the iPhone, all you have to do is plug this in, plug that in, and therefore, look, it's not really in the way when I want to shoot video. It's not in the way at all. So, those are my options when using wireless audio systems on the go. And yes, this is MagSafe compatible. So if I wanted to mount it on a different MagSafe mount on my chest, I can. That's an option. But yeah, just want to show you guys in real time how universal this can be for your iPhone 16 Pro Max or 17 Pro Max. Yes, this is a 17 Pro Max screen protector on this iPhone. And yes, they do fit on. Yes, you could buy an iPhone 17 Pro screen protector for an iPhone 16 Pro Max screen. Yes. Dude, you can look at the measurements. Oops, sorry about that. But like I was saying, everyone, this is my setup for my iPhone 16 Pro Max. I think it has a good balance. I really didn't want the Max because I wanted a smaller phone, but it can't beat this deal. So it works. See? Shoot. I wish I do have better grips, but I want to be all stuffy and black. So with that said, everyone, just showing off some of my new stuff for my new iPhone 16 Pro Max. So with that said, everyone, so I do have audio options, like I said, Synco P2X. This is a really decent system for $40. Not gonna lie. The mids could be a little better, to be honest. The basses sounds really rich. They got good bass, but like I said, tweaking this in EQ and editing and post-production and audio, you can clean it up a little bit, fix it up a little bit, but other than that, yeah. So with that said, I got my iPhone headphones here, just in case. Look at this guy stealing fucking... Yeah, people have been reporting their trash cans have been getting stolen by homeless people. Yes, there's a fluctuation of homelessness in New York City now. If you guys didn't hear that NYCHA is going to evict 12,000 people because they overcalculated the budget. Yeah, 12,000 people are about to be evicted. Some are going to be relocated, but the rest, you're on your own. So these are the struggles I have to deal with in New York. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to show you what I can do with my iPhone 16 Pro Max, with the Maven filters, with the JJC, with the Synco, with the Rode Wireless. Yeah, these are great tools with these adapters. These are useful. So, take it with a grain of salt. If you like the content, please subscribe, like, and share. And for you haters out there, go get a job. Go get an education. Go join the service or something. Because obviously you don't have no skills, no hobbies. Stop harassing good people and honest people. If you're that jealous, go find yourself some friends and a job. With that said, have a good day.